I love you.
One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. One.
For this segment of the video, I wanted to make a time lapse while I was sculpting all of the miniatures with a voiceover where I got personal and vulnerable about birthdays, growing up, talking about being far away from a lot of people I love, feeling lost, being behind, social media in our early 20s, and just everything that comes with becoming older in this modern world. And while that's interesting and cool, I prefer starting by talking about how I hated sushi up until I was about 14 years old and then became kind of obsessed with it. I remember this mall opened up right next to where I lived, right? It was already opened, but it was old and grimy. But then it was expanded and renovated, so it became the It Mall at the time. Inside said mall, there was this food court and there was a sushi spot in it. Like I said, this mall was the place to be. Everyone was hanging out there. It was also around the time where our parents started allowing us, like me and my friends, to be by ourselves at the mall. So we felt like the shit, okay? We're like 14, so of course we did. I vividly remember that one of my friends got a tiger roll for lunch and I got a pizza. They wanted to share, but I hated sushi. But they convinced me to try it, and when I tell you lives were changed that Saturday afternoon, I became obsessed with sushi. I loved it so much that when my birthday came around, I asked my parents to have a sushi birthday party. Also, this tiger roll pizza debacle was completely made up. I just needed to get my point across and a fake story time felt appropriate. Whatever, back to the sushi party. My parents were so confused by the sudden love for sushi, but I stood by it, okay? My dad has had connections with the restaurant world in the city I grew up in since I can remember. So of course he had a friend that owned a sushi restaurant. So I remember going to this restaurant and to pick out what rolls I wanted, and we ended up buying like 40 to 50 rolls to feed about 15 developing teenagers in my sushi themed birthday party, and it was awesome. We had the biggest plate of sushi rolls that formed a huge tower, and I couldn't be happier that day. I also remember when I was turning about 5 years old, my parents threw the biggest birthday party I've had in my whole life. I'm talking multiple bouncy castles, a bunch of games with prizes, party favors, a piñata that was probably a Spider-Man. There was even a horse that you could ride around for like 2 minutes max. It was insane. After the sushi extravaganza, birthdays started becoming smaller, more intimate, and that made it feel more special, weirdly. I've always loved my birthday, and I owe that to my parents and everyone who took care of me when I was little. They always made me feel like the most special boy, and I've always felt excited about what the future holds. Of course, this inevitably became anxiety about mortality, time running out, and how that relates to self worth, but let's not address all that right now. Let's keep it light, okay? Now that I'm an adult, gross, I've realized that it's my responsibility to make myself feel special during my birthday. Of course, close friends and family help out a lot, but if I don't make the choice to do the things I want to do, if I don't request the time off at work, again, gross. If I don't tell my people what I want, I won't get it, and it probably won't happen. This isn't necessarily a bad or negative thing, it's just a small change that comes with growing up. It could kind of relate to self-love in a way. If you want something, if something's going to make you happy, you are responsible for giving it to yourself. Could be something small like a birthday necklace, or something big like a career change or moving to a different country. When you're a kid, it kind of feels like life is something that's happening to you. You don't make any of your own choices. Everything's just like kind of laid out for you. If you're lucky, I guess. And as I've grown up, I've realized it's actually the other way around, and it might sound redundant and obvious, but we literally have free will to do whatever we want, whenever we want. Isn't that such a crazy concept? It's Either ways, I decided to be very intentional with what I choose to do with that this year, because I noticed I'm more anxious when I sit around waiting for things to happen, feel very stagnant. Is it scary to chase the things I want? Of course. Do I have crippling anxiety about rejection and failure? Yes. But at least chasing these things I desire, even if I'm not there yet or I never get them at all, makes me focus on the present and really on what I was doing or what I'm doing. Like I'm here trying to make a miniature cake for an hour. That's a full hour where I was present, where I was here. I feel like I live my life on the clouds most of the time, and little crafts and stuff really helps me come back to myself and feel grounded. That's why I make art, and maybe you should too. Going back to my birthday, I had so much fun. The day off, it was a Friday, so we went to dinner at the Cheesecake Factory in my beloved, and then we went dancing to a Latin club, which was very, very fun. Then the next day we got up early to go to brunch and go crazy on bottomless mimosas. And after that we went home to go crazy watching the Eras tour on Disney Plus. Sunday it was a complete reset because I was drunk the whole weekend, so I needed like a day to chill, right? So we deep cleaned our apartment and then just like laid around, played video games. But then I did have to drive all the way to the Cheesecake Factory. It's about a 30-minute drive because I left some gift cards that my sister had given to me the night before. Luckily, Krispy Kreme is close to the Cheesecake Factory, so I did an unexpected donut run, and we had donuts for dinner, which was awesome. I received 23 in a very good way, and I'm doing everything I can to keep it that way all year. What about you?
One,